Hi friends, so in the previous video we talked about rational numbers. Rational numbers are represented by the letter capital Q. We now know that there is no way to directly compare rational numbers with different denominators. To compare rational numbers, we have to convert them into equivalent fractions with the same denominator. Let's take an example to see what I mean. Let's take 3 by 4 and 3 by 5. Suppose we are to compare these two rational numbers. We just cannot directly look at them and answer the question which is the greater rational number. We cannot. What do we have to do in that case? We have to convert the denominator. We have to actually make the denominator same. How do we do that? How do we do that? Let's see. Suppose if we multiply this 4 with 5, we get 20 as the denominator, and if we multiply this 5 with 4, we get 20 as the denominator. So we can, that way we can make the denominator same. Let's see what I'm talking about. So we have 3 by 4. What I can do with this 3 by 4 is I can multiply the denominator and the numerator with the same number, that is over here I'm taking 5. So 4 into 5 is 20 and 3 into 5 is 15. So multiplying the denominator and the numerator with the same digit, we are getting this over here. So let's take the another number, 3 by 5. Now to make the denominator same, that is I have to get 20 in the denominator. What do? I multiply this with 4. Since I am multiplying the denominator with 4, we have to multiply the numerator also with the same number. So over here we take it as 4. Now what do we have? We have 12 by 20. Now since we have the denominator same in both the cases, now we can conclude that 15 by 20 is greater than 12 by 20. So hereby we can say that this 15 by 20 was coming from 3 by 4. So we can conclude now that 3 by 4 is greater than 3 by 5. So I believe this example was helpful for you all. Okay, but let me tell you one more thing, that it is not necessary that we have to make the denominator same with the smallest common multiple. It can be some multiple, not like in this case I have taken the smallest common multiple, it can be some common multiple actually. Okay, now when we are not comparing rational numbers, remember that we want it in the simplest form, that is in the reduced form, which we talked about in the last video. So what is it? When we are not comparing, we are not doing any kind of mathematics, or we are not comparing rational numbers, we want them in the simplest form. So we have seen that in the previous video how to do that. So as I said that it does not always have to be the smallest common multiple, but it can be some common multiple. So in this particular situation, let's do it in some other way. See, there was 3 by 4. So I can make the denominator 100 over here. Okay. So to make this denominator 100, I have to multiply 4 with 25. Since I have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator with the same digit, so I have to multiply the numerator also with 25. Multiplying the numerator with 25, I will have 75. And then with the other number, that is 3 by 5. So for 3 by 5, again, since over here the denominator was 100, so I have to make the denominator 100. Now to make the denominator 100, I have to multiply the 5 with 20. So I have to multiply 5 with 20. Similarly, since my denominator has been multiplied by 20, so I have to multiply the numerator also with 20. Now I get 60. So 3 by 4, multiplying the numerator and the denominator with the same digit, we got 75 by 100, and in this case we got 60 by 100. So again from here also the denominators are same and the numerator of this one is bigger than this one, so we can again conclude that 3 by 4 is greater than 3 by 5. Okay, now let's talk about representing the rational numbers on number line. Now to talk about this representation of rational numbers on number line, let us first go to integers. So having had the prior knowledge of what integers are, if I ask you at this moment what is for integer 1, what will be the next integer? Your answer will be 2. Okay. Now if I ask you for integer 2, what will be your next integer? Your answer will be 3. So you can give me a proper answer. Now, if I ask you that for 1, the next integer is 2, what will be its previous integer? That will be 0. So, in case of integers, we have the next integer, we can talk about the next integer and also about the previous integer. Okay, so there's nothing in between. There's nothing in between 1 and 2. After 1, there is an integer which is 2. Before 1, there is an integer called, there is an integer 0. So, we can write that for integer x is the integer, we can have the next integer always as x plus 1 and the previous integer as x minus 1. So, we can talk about the next and the previous. But when it comes to rational number, there is nothing that we can talk in between, because in between two rational numbers there is always another rational number. So, if I have, suppose, now let me just change this one. Let me just change this one and write it like this. Suppose I have a rational number called a by b. This is my one rational number, and I said that there is a rational number p by q. Now, between a by b and p by q, there will always be some rational numbers in between them. So, whatever rational numbers you take, there will always be a rational number between them. You can take the average or whatsoever, you always have a rational number between them. So, from here we can conclude that integers are discrete. You can discretely talk about integers, but the previous and the next integer. But when it comes to representation of rational numbers on number line, we say that rational numbers are dense, because between any two rational number there always be another rational number.